Timeout. Who's going to win the East? This is an easy question. Why are we debating this?
But somebody tell me why. Last time your Knicks were relevant when they had Tyson Chandler and Kamala Anthony.
Bench critics.
Bench critics will critique.
Welcome to Bench Critics, where we critique from the bench. Right, today I have an interesting episode. I have a lot of great topics, and I'm talking about various of sports, and you guys are gonna love this episode. You're gonna really enjoy it. First is this Saturday is a big fight. A fight I've been waiting for a very long time. It's Khabib versus Gaethje. Two different styles. One is an amazing wrestler, the best wrestler in the UFC right now, Khabib. Gaethje is a knockout artist. He's been knocking people left, right, and center. Right? This fight it's great because Khabib's 28, he hasn't lost, and Gaethje he's a real threat to Khabib. Let's be real, it's a real threat. The reason being is because I'm not sure a lot of people know that Gaethje he's an All-American wrestler. That means he knows how to wrestle, and he uses wrestling for defense, right? He hasn't really used it like that much in the UFC, like to actually take people down, right? But like I said, Khabib is a different type of wrestler, though. He's a different type. He's not just any type of wrestler. He's a wrestler you gotta be feared. You gotta be scared of. Right, because he will take you on the ground and he will keep it on the ground. Right, that means that when she takes you down, you be on the floor for the whole round. That means Gaethje, I think he knows who he's expecting going to fight. Everyone knows. The one thing with Khabib is he's an athlete. He's an athlete. You know what he's gonna do, and you can't stop him from doing it. That's how good he is at it. Right, but I think for Gaethje to have a shot in this fight, that it has to be early. He has to be aggressive, and if the longer this fight goes, Khabib's going to win the fight, because I don't see Gaethje outlasting Khabib in 5 rounds, especially unless you can have Khabib standing up for all 5 rounds. That's when you have a shot. But Khabib is going to keep on going and going. He's not going to settle one takedown. He's going to keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going, and then he's going to tire you out, and then he's either submit you or he's just ground and pound you. It's really much game. And he's good with the decision too. Alright? That was a very interesting fight. Hope you guys make sure you guys check it out. Saturday 2 p.m. That's when the card starts. They probably fight around 5 o'clock. But really interesting fight, man. It's one of the best fights. And one thing to add on that is that if Gaethje wins, I'm calling him now, he's fight of the year. Hands down. He beat Tony Ferguson in a really good fight. And one thing, Tony Ferguson has a chin. I'm not sure you guys know that he has a chin, right? And with this fight, if he wins, fight of the year, man, and people got to watch it for Gaethje, right? But I think it's a real threat to Khabib, right? The next topic I really want to get into is Tua. Basically, Tua got this guard start position for the Miami Dolphins. I was a bit surprised on the timing because Ryan Fitzpatrick was balling. Miami Dolphins was 3-3. No one cannot tell me that they expect the Miami Dolphins to be 3-3 at this point of the season, right? And he was throwing for 1,500 passing yards. He had 10 touchdowns. They were second place in the AFC East, right? And they were fighting for first, right? And I think Miami Dolphins made decisions because they know there's really not much for the future Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's not he's playing bad, it's just that he's old, right? And he's going to retire in probably next year, a few years, or whenever he wants to retire. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick, I think he will play till he's 65. Honestly speaking, right? And Tua, he is the future. This is why they selected him in the draft, and I think he is probably performing in practice. I think he's really surprising with the reps he's getting. I think he's make sure every rep counts, and I think it's something to behold. And right now they're on a bye week, and I think it'll give him a time to really give him his reps in practice, right? And I know it sucks for Ryan Fitzpatrick, but at the same time, I think if you want anyone to be a backup quarterback, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's been a backup quarterback. He has experience. That means if Tua does go down, because he is injury prone, he was injured a lot in Alabama. Even though he had a 22-2 record, throw for 87 touchdowns, over 7,000 passing yards, he is still injury prone. That means you do have a good, solid backup who can come in and can get you wins and perform, right? And then that's why I also think the decision was actually a good decision because the timing, right? It's early in the season. That means if he does go down, you still have Ryan Fitzpatrick to lean on, right? My last topic I'm going to talk about is basically the Cowboys. Cowboys suck. Let's face it, they suck. They're terrible, right? They can't do anything right? But my question is, how many years are we going to go through where the Cowboys are on paper they basically look the best team in the league on paper, one of the best teams. I don't say they are the best because KC is the best team on paper by far, right? KC and Baltimore, right? That means they're like. Do you see who's on their offense, man? Like, do you really see who's on their offense? If you have Prescott, right? You got Ezekiel Elliott. That Prescott, one of the best quarterbacks. If people want to say it or not, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. One of the best upcoming quarterbacks. Ezekiel Elliott, one of the best running backs in the league. Right? Amari Cooper, one of the best receivers in the league. C-Line, our first-round receiver and has potential to be one of the best receivers in the league, too. Michael Gallup as the second receiver, and he's really good, too. He's playing really good this season. Right? One of the best offensive lines in the league. By far, one of the best offensive lines. Not the best, but one of the best. Right? Defense, skeptical. Very, very skeptical. Right? That's what you hold back to the Dallas Cowboys, right? Defense can't get a stop. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys have even forced a 3-0. No, they obviously did, but it's not as much as we expected. Right? And the Cowboys, that's something they need to fix. Right? It's either their defense is really good, the offense is bad. It's never both, right? And it's really unfortunate that Dak Prescott had to go down for injury, right? But these Cowboys, man, they got to fix this up, man. At one point, they're blaming the coaches for their game planning. I understand that game planning is also very important, but also very important is execution. I can game plan 24/7, but if you're not executing, is that really the game plan? No, it's execution. Right? And it's hard to watch. I'm going to agree with you. Dallas right now, they're first in the division. Right? I think they're 2-4. In 6 weeks, you ever heard that? In 6 weeks, you're first place in division 2-4? Man, I would love to be in that division. Right? But yeah, man, just, I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what to say Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. Right? Because they can never get it right. And this is something it's just something, I think it's more of a character thing with the Dallas Cowboys because I'm telling you, man, on paper they can compete with any team in the league. They just kind of gel the things together, right? And also speaking, remember they could be 1-5 right now. Let's be real now. They could be 1-5. But if it wasn't the Falcons for always blowing leads, they'd be 1-5, right? But Cowboys, you got to fix it up, man. It's the time is now, right? I want to thank everyone for watching Bench Critics. Please like, comment, subscribe, and holla.